to my channel. On the 6th of June every year, South Korea celebrates an anniversary known as the Memorial Day to celebrate the lives of soldiers that fought in the Korean War, also known as the Cold War. So today we are going to have a very brief history lesson. Let's get into it. At the end of World War II in 1945, South Korea was freed from Japanese control. North Korea was occupied by the Soviets, while the South was occupied by American forces. By 1948, the country was divided in half at the 38th parallel. The capitalist South was ruled by Syngman Rhee, whilst the communist North was ruled by Kim Il-sung. Soviet troops withdrew from South Korea in 1948, and US troops withdrew in 1949. North Korea attacked South Korea on 25th June 1950, advancing across the 38th parallel. Around 75,000 troops of North Korean forces defeated the South's army with success and captured the capital Seoul. They occupied the whole of South Korea except for Busan. South Korea appealed for support, and the United States pushed the resolution through the United Nations Security Council, and an appeal was made for the North Korean forces to withdraw its troops, but it was ignored. Approval was granted for the United Nations Army made of 16 nations to help South Korea. Commanded by General MacArthur, the United Nations troops landed in South Korea in early July, but were pushed back on defense by North Korean forces, forming a perimeter around Busan to defend the line while waiting for reinforcements, which arrived in August. On September 15th, the US Marine Corps launched an assault at Incheon. North Korean troops pushed back on the retreat over the 38th, and Seoul was recovered along with the whole of South Korea later. United Nations troops moved into North Korea on the 7th of October 1950 and captured Pyongyang on 12th October and the then Yalu River. China helped North Korea with 250 troops in an ambush and defeated the United Nations troops, recapturing Seoul by January 1951. More troops were sent in June and eventually drove the North Korean forces to the 38th. Peace talks began in July whilst fighting continued. An armistice was signed on July 27, 1953, after 2 years of negotiations at the Panmunjom on the 38th parallel. A demilitarized zone was set up as a buffer, which still exists. The effects of the Korean War was very devastating on the country, leaving it as one of the poorest countries in the world. However, they have risen to be one of the top economies currently, with help from the United States, Germany, and other nations. They have risen above all odds to stand firm as one of the big nations in the world. If you like this video, kindly like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next video.